Hey, what's up, people? JayDub here. This is my 2010 WWE Extreme Rules preview video. You guys make sure you let me know your thoughts, your comments, your predictions for who's going to win all of the matches down in the comment section below. And speaking of down below, make sure you check the description box. I have a lot of important information in there, so check that out. Going on to the pay-per-view, what do you guys think about this concept as a whole? I hear a lot of people criticizing WWE for continuing on with the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, even though ECW is no longer alive, and also they have this whole banning blood policy, so a lot of people are pissed off about that. I'll say it like this: you don't need blood to make a match extreme. There have been a lot of hardcore matches out of history that haven't had blood and they've still been good matches, but you know, people, they don't give a fuck about good matches. They don't give a fuck about good writing. All they care about, all they see is WWE PG, WWE ban blood, so automatically everything sucks after that. If you have a problem with WWE right now, I really don't think it's because of the PG rating. If you have a problem, it's probably because of the actual writing, because that's what matters. The writing is what matters. I can give less than a fuck about a content rating for a show, whether it's PG, whether it's TV-14, whether it's TVMA, who gives a fuck? It could still suck. Look at TNA. We've seen them have many sucky shows, and they have blood in the shows. Yeah, they have people getting fireballs blown in their fucking faces and stuff, but it does not take away from the actual, you know, it does not distract me. At least I'll say that it doesn't distract me from seeing that the show sucks. It may distract some of y'all, but it doesn't distract me. So, yeah, like I said, like that, it all boils down to the writing. Whether it's a PG show, whether it's TV-14, it can still have sucky-ass writing, and it can still have good writing. And I do think that that's the problem with WWE. It isn't the PG, it isn't banning blood, it's the writing sucks sometimes, and especially on Monday Night Raw. I will say that myself. So, with all of that being said, and some of y'all are still probably going to go off on WWE about it, but, you know, you can't reason with the unreasonable and people who don't pay attention to logic at all, so I guess I'll give up on that end. But I do want to see some extreme with this pay-per-view because it is called Extreme Rules, but I'm not saying I need to see blood. I'm not saying that I need to see gore, guts, people blowing fireballs in people's faces and throwing people off the top of cages and shit like that. Not saying that I need to see that, you know, slicing people's heads open with barbed wire. I don't need to see any of that. All I want is good matches and some extreme. Like, I don't want to see 99.9% of an Extreme Rules match inside the ring and using no weapons at all. Like, take advantage of the actual stipulation. Take advantage of the stipulation, and I'll be cool with that. And back to the good matches thing. Last year, I thought Extreme Rules was a bad pay-per-view. I thought it was one of the worst pay-per-views that WWE had all year, and it wasn't because they didn't fit some extreme quota. It wasn't because they didn't have any blood. It's simply the matches, most of them sucked ass. That's it. So yeah, I'm just hoping that this one will be you know, feature good matches. And you know, let's move on to the first one. Edge versus Chris Jericho in a steel cage match. I'm thinking that Edge will win this match. This may be the final match in the Edge versus Chris Jericho feud. And with that being said, I hope that it is actually a great match. I hope it's a show stealer, because I haven't been feeling what I should be feeling from an Edge and Chris Jericho feud. These two names, they're two of the greatest wrestlers alive and active right now, and I'm not, you know, I'm not feeling the epicness that I should. The whole spear campaign started by Edge. The spear, that shit got old after like 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do now? Then they take the world championship out of this feud. I'm like, okay, where are they gonna go now? But yeah, this probably will be the last match in their feud. It does kind of seem rushed to me, even though it's been going on for a while. It still kind of seems rushed to me. Maybe this is like them saying that one of them is going to be moved off of SmackDown on the draft on Monday, and I'm thinking if one of these guys are going to move over to Raw, that'll probably be Edge. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm hoping it's just a good match. I'm hoping it's a show stealer. Next match I'm going to discuss, JTG versus Shad Gaspard in a strap match. Basically, this is just like the Samoan strap match that they had last year with Umaga, rest in peace, and CM Punk. You have to touch each of the 4 posts, the ring posts in the ring, you know, consecutively ring posts in the ring. That kind of was Anyway, you have to touch all of the ring posts consecutively, and you will be strapped to your opponent for the entire match. I have no doubt whatsoever Shad Gaspard is going to win this match. I don't even know if you can actually call this a feud, Shad Gaspard versus JTG, the former Crime Time members, because it's been so one-sided. It just seems like a vehicle to push Shad Gaspard to the next level. And somebody pointed out to me that he's taken Ezekiel Jackson's push. Maybe that's true, and I guess in WWE only one big black man can be pushed at a time, so since Ezekiel is out with an injury, I guess, Shad is taking his place, but hey, I don't know. But yeah, Shad Gaspard for the win. WWE Women's Championship match, Michelle McCool versus Beth Phoenix, an Extreme Makeover match. Somebody please explain to me what the fuck an Extreme Makeover match is. Like, what if Michelle McCool wins the match, she's going to get plastic surgery in the middle of the ring. If Beth Phoenix wins, what is she going to get? That gender reassignment surgery that she's been waiting on since, Team Lay Cool is calling her a man and stuff. But yeah, that was just a joke. Don't get too sensitive on that. I think Beth Phoenix is a very beautiful woman, and like I said in my video where I was talking about Mickie James being fired, she's the top diva in WWE, Beth Phoenix is, and I do believe that Michelle McCool, she's in the upper tier as far as divas goes in WWE also. Well, she gets a lot of flack for being involved with The Undertaker, romantically involved, so to say, but I do think that as far as in-ring goes, she's the best product of the WWE Diva Search. Like, look at all of the Diva contestants, whether they won, whether they lost. If you saw them in WWE, yeah, I think Michelle McCool is the best in-ring as far as all of those girls go. Moving on to the next match I'm going to discuss, Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk. If Punk loses, his head gets shaved. I'm wondering why they didn't add a stipulation in case Rey lost the match. Like, why didn't they add that on? So that kind of signals to me that maybe CM Punk, I'm thinking that CM Punk is going to win this. I'm thinking that he is. But I really don't know, because that whole thing with not adding a stipulation for Rey also, it kind of goes like both ways. Maybe they want to make it obvious that CM Punk is going to lose the match, or they don't want to admit Rey into the straight edge society but still have Punk win the match, so they didn't add on the stipulation. But I don't know. Hopefully they give this match more than they gave these two guys at WrestleMania 26, and I'm thinking that it will be a good match. They can put on a great wrestling match. They could have it be fast paced. I like fast paced matches. So yeah, I'm thinking that this will be a good one. But who did I say was going to win? I think Punk is going to win this one. Yeah, I hope that's what I said. Okay, we're going to move on. And back to the Women's Championship match, Michelle McCool versus Beth Phoenix. I think it will be a good match, and I really hope it is, because the Divas division, like I said, it's in dire straits right now. It's at a very low point, so hopefully this bolsters it up a little bit. Moving on to the next match, WWE Championship, John Cena versus Batista in a last man standing match. I know these two guys get a lot of flack in WWE, but there's no doubt whatsoever that these are two of the top stars in WWE. John Cena, he is the face of the company. I don't hate John Cena, but he kind of annoys me a lot because he delivers that same promo in every fucking feud that he is in. That whole Disney football coach promo. Oh, I let you guys down. I know you think I can't win, but I'm gonna get in that ring and I'm gonna win. And then he always wins. And then then the next fucking feud he gets into, he says the same thing, like he did it with Sheamus. Oh, I lost, and I know you guys are disappointed in me, but I'm gonna win because I never quit, never give up. Then he said the same shit with Batista, and he ended up winning in both feuds. So come on now, it gets kind of tiring. That's my only negative as far as John Cena goes. And yeah, at his match at WrestleMania 26 with Batista, I thought it was a pretty good match. Like, there's only 2 matches since I've been watching John Cena that I've really enjoyed. Like, I was on the edge of my seat watching these matches. That was John Cena at WrestleMania 26 with Batista, and John Cena versus Triple H versus Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series 2009. Besides that, I'm not really excited by John Cena. He's not one of my favorites, but I'm hoping that with the combination of these two guys, they put on another good match at Extreme Rules, just as they did at WrestleMania 26. I'm thinking that John Cena, he's going to get the win out of this match. The WWE Championship has been changing hands so much over these past couple of months. Like, it's absolutely crazy. They need to stick it on one guy. And John Cena, he's always the guy. I think he gets, he gets some pretty long title reigns. Like, it's like everybody is a transitional champion besides John Cena. So, I'm thinking that he will win this one. Next match I'm going to discuss, Triple H versus Sheamus in a street fight. It'll be interesting to see how Triple H performs, seeing as, we've been hearing he has a neck injury, he has a quad injury. But all I'm going to say, Sheamus, he should win this match. At a certain point, the whole looking good in defeat, that shit has to end. And I'm really going to be talking about that in the next match. But, yeah, Sheamus, I'm hoping that he wins this match. I wanted him to get the win at WrestleMania 26. He did not get that. He still looked good, though. But Triple H, come on. Give it up. Give up the win. Sacrifice for the new star. So there you go. I'm hoping that this will be a good match also. World Heavyweight Championship match, Jack Swagger versus Randy Orton. Jack Swagger, I didn't know... I didn't really know what to expect when Jack Swagger won the World Heavyweight Championship. I was thinking that maybe he'll put on some good matches. Maybe WWE will take him as a joke, a fluke, a weak champion. And actually, both of those things have happened. He's been putting on some damn good matches. Randy Orton versus Jack Swagger. Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho versus Edge. Randy Orton versus The Undertaker. Randy Orton versus John Morrison. But out of those 4 matches, he's only won one of them. He keeps losing, and like I said, with Triple H versus Sheamus, at a certain point, the looking good and defeat, that shit has to end. This guy is a world champion. Give him the win in this match. Randy Orton, we all know he's great. He's had many world championships, WWE championships, world heavyweight championships. They're going to give it to him sooner or later. Even if he moves over to SmackDown, let Jack Swagger get this win. Let him get the win. Point blank. And, yeah, I've been loving Jack Swagger as a champion, though, but, I don't know if I can say I've been loving him as a champion. I've been loving the matches that he's been putting on, but still, WWE is booking him as a weak champion, and I really think that's, like, kind of unfair to him, because this is a champion that everybody should have been waiting on. We hear so much talk about how John Cena, he's always a champion, but he sucks in the ring. We finally have a good champion right here, putting on good matches on free TV, but he's still losing. Give Jack Swagger the win in this match. If Jack Swagger does not get the win in this match, I will be utterly pissed off. I am JayDub. Peace out.